In today's episode, I'm going to share a simple exercise to silence your inner critic. I'm going to explain why the power of intuition is so important for starting over. And I'll reveal the impact of little daily habits on transforming your mindset. So get ready to transform your inner dialogue, trust your intuition, and embrace daily habits that will set you on the path to true empowerment. Let's get started. Welcome to How to Lose the Weight, the podcast for women ready to stop waiting for someday and live life now. I'm your host, Holly Toscanini, and I'm here to help you break free from perfectionism, self-doubt, and the someday mindset. Together, we'll dive into real conversations about self-trust, empowerment, and living authentically. If you're ready to reconnect with your intuition and step into your power, you're in the right place. Let's lose the weight and start living fully right now. Welcome to another transformative episode of How to Lose the Weight, where we say it loud and clear, stop waiting and start living. I'm Holly Toscanini, your guide on this journey of self-empowerment and authentic living. Now, I'm here because I've been in the trenches of self-doubt, and I've learned firsthand that our true power lies not in meeting somebody else's expectations of us, somebody else's standard of perfection, but in embracing the real, authentic, radiant us. My why is simple. I empower women to break free from the chains of self-doubt, to silence that inner critic, and live boldly as the confident, intuitive women we truly are. See, I believe that when you trust yourself and your inner voice, life becomes not just bearable, but a vibrant and joyful adventure. Now, in today's episode, we're diving into 3 transformative topics that are going to help you step into your power. First, a simple exercise to quiet your inner critic. We'll explore a powerful technique designed to gently silence that negative inner voice, creating space for new possibilities and a fresh start. Next, your intuition. It really is the secret weapon for starting over. And I'm going to share how tuning in to your inner guidance can be the key to making bold, aligned decisions and moving forward with confidence, no matter what has held you back in the past. And finally, the role of daily habits and transforming your mindset. We'll discover how small, consistent actions can rewire your brain, shift your mindset, and create lasting change in your life. But before we jump in, I want you to take a minute. I want you to think back to a recent time when a negative thought held you back. Maybe it was that little voice whispering, "I'm not enough," or "I can't do this," or "Why try? Nobody's going to listen." Now, imagine for a second just how different your entire day could have been if you'd let that voice go. Think about it. How would you have thought? How would you have felt differently? What are some different choices you might have made? Now hold on to that thought as we journey through today's episode. All right, let's talk about quieting the inner critic. This is where we tackle that nagging voice inside your head, the inner mean girl that often holds you back from embracing new opportunities. Your inner critic is that persistent voice of self-doubt and negative self-talk. It's your inner bully who whispers things like, "You're not good enough," or "You'll never succeed," or "Nobody thinks you can do this." This inner voice can be relentless, blocking out new opportunities and keeping you stuck in old, unhelpful beliefs. It's as if it's been programmed to protect you from potential failure, but in reality, it limits your possibilities and it really reinforces outdated, negative narratives about who you are today. Now, I'm excited to share with you a simple yet powerful exercise I call the inner silence exercise. This exercise is designed to help you lovingly quiet that inner critic and make space for some fresh positive energy. So I'm going to walk you through it step by step. First, I'm going to encourage you to find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed and just sit comfortably. Do what you need to do to make yourself comfortable. And when you get settled, close your eyes if you feel safe in doing so, and take at least 3 to 5 just deep breaths, really grounding breaths, the kind where you inhale slowly through your nose, hold for a moment, and then exhale fully through your mouth. And just really allow your body to relax with each breath. Go ahead and try it now. Take just one deep breath in through your nose. Hold it for a moment, and then exhale through your mouth. Felt good, right? Now, as you continue to breathe and settle in, become aware of any of those negative thoughts or self-doubts that sort of bubble to the surface of your thinking. And when one of these thoughts comes up, just pause. Don't fight it. Don't get caught up in the spiral of judgment. Instead, simply acknowledge that thought. It's there. Observe it like, watching a cloud in the sky. Say to yourself, I see you, but I'm not listening. I'm not reacting to what you're saying. Then gently replace that negative thought with a positive statement. You might say, I am enough. I am capable of growth. I can do this. Repeat this affirmation or this positive statement slowly and deliberately, and really feel the energy of these words resonate in your body. Feel their truth. And finally, visualize the negative energy dissolving, just like that cloud did on a sunny day. Imagine it melting like snow in the spring. And see space opening up within you, making room for new possibilities, creativity, and confidence. Now allow this visualization to infuse you with a sense of calm and openness. See, practicing this really simple exercise, even just for a few minutes a day, can create significant mental space because it clears away the clutter of self-doubt and it allows space for fresh ideas and even new opportunities to emerge. I remember a client, I'm going to call her Sarah, who really struggled with constant self-criticism. But after committing to this exercise for just a week, she told me that she really began to feel a noticeable shift. Those oppressive, I'm not enough thoughts really began to quiet down, and she started embracing those new challenges with a sense of possibility and strength. Now, I'm going to invite you to commit to trying the inner silence exercise for the next week. Each day, set aside a couple of minutes in a quiet space, even if it's the bathroom with the door shut, and follow these steps. And then pay attention to any shifts in your mindset. You might even consider keeping a small journal or even a voice memo of your experiences. And notice the moments when that critical voice begins to fade and how much more open you feel to new thoughts, new energies, and new possibilities. Take the step for yourself because you deserve to replace self-doubt with self-empowerment. Now, let's move on to trusting your intuition, which is really your secret weapon for starting over. I want you to again to imagine for a moment that deep inside you, there's a quiet, reliable compass, your own inner GPS, a guiding light that's always pointing towards what's best for you. That, my friends, is your intuition. See, intuition isn't just a fleeting feeling. It's your inner guidance system. Think of it as a gentle whisper from your soul, a subtle nudge that if you listen closely, tells you the right path to take, especially after experiencing setbacks or even during times of transition. Your intuition can be the anchor that helps you make decisions that are perfectly aligned with your true self. It cuts through the noise of other people's expectations and opinions and the weight of past conditioning, which really offers you a clear and direct path forward. When you tune in to your inner voice, you're essentially reclaiming that power that's always been yours. Now, society and external influences often try to drown out that voice with endless opinions and unrealistic standards. But by embracing your intuition, you free yourself from waiting for the perfect moment. You learn that you can start over right now. And by trusting that inner compass, it tells you when it's time to pivot, when it's time to lean in, or even when it's time to step back, reevaluate, or rest. This trust in your inner wisdom is the foundation for making decisions that resonate deeply with who you are, with your authentic self. So you might ask, Holly, how do you begin to tap into this powerful resource? Well, here are a few very practical tips that anybody can try. They are simple, but my friends, they are effective. So listen all the way through. Mindfulness practices. Oh, I know, don't roll your eyes. Mindfulness is everywhere, but it is everywhere because it works. So take just a moment and set aside a few minutes each day for a silent meditation, which is really just sitting and quieting your mind and breathing, or reflective journaling, which can also be a form of meditation. And allow your thoughts to settle and listen for that subtle signal, a quiet yes or a gentle pull towards a particular decision. Now next, it's so important that we learn to listen to our body's signals again. For most women, years of dieting and trying to force our bodies into shapes they just don't belong in have disconnected us from our body's signals. Your body's incredibly smart, so notice any feelings, any gut feelings, a sense of calm, or even a sudden, anxiety or a sudden insight that comes up when you're facing a decision. See, these are all signs that your intuition is at work. And then quiet your mind, which I know is sometimes harder than it should be, especially in the middle of the night when you're trying to go to sleep. But sometimes all it really takes is just a moment of stillness. So even if it's just on a quick break in the middle of the afternoon, turn off the noise around you, even just for a few minutes. Just sit and breathe and listen to what your inner voice, your body, your higher self are really trying to tell you, because in those moments, that voice can speak very clearly. Now, I remember a time not too long ago when I was at a crossroads in my own life, and I'd been wrestling with a major decision, one that felt heavy with doubt and fear. I took a quiet moment. I sat down with my journal, and I just listened. And in that silence, a gentle yet persistent feeling started to emerge. A clear, unignorable nudge telling me, this is the way. Unignorable. Is that a word? Well, it's a word now. Trusting that feeling helped me make a decision, and it turned out to be one of the most transformative choices I've ever made. I've also seen this happen with clients. One of my clients, Maria, actually was hesitant to pursue a long-held dream. But after a few sessions of learning to tune into her intuition through these mindfulness practices, she took that leap of faith. And today, she's living a life that only once existed in her dreams. Really. Now, I'd love for you to take a moment after this episode to journal about one decision you've been hesitating on. So get your journal, ask yourself, what is my intuition trying to tell me? And then write down any subtle nudges you might have experienced. Maybe it's a feeling in your gut. Maybe it's that sudden sense of calm or an unexpected thought or idea that just popped into your head. And reflect on how that intuitive insight might be guiding you toward a new beginning right here and now. So grab the journal, find a nice quiet spot, and let your inner voice guide you. Trust in it and trust in yourself. Remember, your intuition is your personal compass. It's there to help you break free from the constraints of waiting for everything to be perfect before you take action. And it helps to empower you to start over with confidence and clarity. Now, let's explore how daily habits can transform your mindset and build momentum in your journey. Because you may not realize it, but your daily habits are the engine that really drives the major mindset transformation that you're hoping to go through. I want you to imagine that very simple action you take. They are simple, but every small action you take is really like taking a step closer to the person you're becoming. It might sound simple, but these tiny, consistent choices really add up to powerful transformation over time. I know major life changes can sometimes feel overwhelming. And when we get caught up in thinking that transformation requires a huge leap or a drastic change, the truth is, it's the small daily habits that truly rewire our mindset. Every single time you choose one positive action, no matter how small, even something as small as a mindful breath or a few written words, you're voting for a new empowered version of yourself. You're taking that one step closer toward the confident, authentic, resilient woman you're meant to be. So let's talk about a few habits that have the power to shift your entire day. Now, if you've listened to my podcast at all, you know I'm a huge fan of journaling, and I've written some journals that you can find on Amazon. But the most impactful journal I ever experienced was the morning pages. The journal was The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. And the first time I heard about this process, it kind of blew me away. So one of the first habits is going to have to be morning journaling. This is a practice of writing 3 pages of longhand stream of consciousness thoughts first thing in the morning. This can also include writing down your intentions and gratitude. The main idea here is to write freely without censoring yourself or editing your writing. This really simple act of just spilling your thoughts onto a page not only clears your mind, but it also sets a positive tone for the day, as well as aligning your energy with growth and possibility. So it's called The Morning Pages. You can find it in The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. I think it was published in 1992. I highly recommend this book. All right, next is mindful meditation. Even if it's just 5 to 10 minutes, taking time to clear your mind through silent meditation can help you reconnect with that inner wisdom, that higher self. It's a moment to let go of those cluttered thoughts and really ground yourself in the present moment. And finally, physical movement and self-care. So whether it's a brisk walk around your neighborhood or a gentle stretching routine, engaging with your body through movement really releases tension and energizes both your mind and your spirit. It's a way to honor your physical self while boosting your spiritual self, your mood, and your focus. Now, there's fascinating science behind this too. Every single time you engage in a positive habit, any one of the 3 we've just discussed, you're reinforcing new neural pathways in your brain. Think of it like laying down tiny little bricks that over time build a strong, supportive foundation for your confidence and your resilience. See, these consistent actions create automatic responses in your brain. So before you know it, living empowered and living intuitively just becomes a natural part of who you are. Now, I'll share another quick story from my own experience. I once worked with a client, I'm going to call her Lisa, who felt overwhelmed by self-doubt and definitely by stress. So we started by incorporating a simple habit each morning. She'd jot down 3 things she was grateful for. Some mornings she would go ahead and do the full morning pages, but at least 3 things she was grateful for was sort of her minimum. And within just a week, she noticed a remarkable change. Her mindset began to clear, and she felt more centered and, more importantly, more optimistic throughout the day. See, that one small habit was a vote for her future self, paving the way for even more positive changes. So here's a tip for you. Start small. Choose one habit that resonates with you right now. It doesn't have to be an all or nothing overhaul. Maybe it's a 5-minute meditation or a short gratitude mode or even just a quick walk around the block. The key is consistency. Every day you're investing in yourself. So here's your challenge for the next 7 days. Pick one new daily habit that you'd like to introduce into your routine, whether it's the morning journaling, mindful meditation, or brief movement. Commit to it each day. Notice how it makes you feel and observe any shifts in your mindset, any moments of clarity or renewed energy. These small changes are the building blocks of a more empowered and confident you. Remember, every single small action is a powerful step towards the transformation you desire. Embrace the process, celebrate your progress, and watch your daily habits become the engine that propels you toward a brighter, more fulfilling future. Now, as we wrap up today's, I think, transformative episode, let's take a moment and recap what we've explored together so far. We started by diving deep into a simple yet powerful exercise, the inner silence exercise, to quiet that persistent inner critic and create a space for new possibilities. We then uncovered the remarkable power of intuition, your inner compass, that guides you to make bold decisions and start over when needed. And finally, we discovered how small daily habits like journaling, meditation, and even just a brisk walk act as votes for the empowered, confident woman you are becoming. Now, I invite you to take these insights and really put them into action. So I'm going to challenge you to try the inner silence exercise daily, journal about the intuitive insights that come to you, and pick one small habit to integrate into your routine over the next week. And notice how these practices transform your mindset one step at a time. I'd love to hear about your experience, so share your breakthroughs or any challenges you encounter on social media or send me an email. Your stories not only inspire me, but also build our supportive community of women embracing intuitive, authentic living. Now, before we say goodbye, here's a little teaser of our next episode. We'll be exploring how to overcome the lingering doubts and fears that hold you back from pursuing your passions. And I'll share practical strategies to harness your inner resilience when life gets challenging. It's going to be another empowering session designed to help you break free and live boldly. Thank you so much for tuning into me today. Remember, every small step you take is a powerful move toward living intuitively, authentically, and confidently. If you're ready to dive even deeper into reclaiming your inner wisdom, don't forget to download my free ebook, Activate Your Intuition, 3 Steps to Reclaiming Inner Wisdom. It's packed with actionable insights to help you connect with your intuition and start your transformation journey right now. Until next time, keep trusting yourself, keep growing, and as always, stop waiting and start living. Bye for now. Thank you for tuning in to How to Lose the Weight. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe so you never miss a conversation. And if you found value in this episode, I'd love it if you could leave a review. It really helps the show reach more women like you who are ready to step into their power. For more insights and inspiration, follow me on Instagram at Holly Toscanini or visit hollytoscanini.com. Until next time, remember, stop waiting and start living.